Bigger is always better.
Buckle up, Buttercup!
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm installing some mods from Cobb. This is going to be a two-part video. The first part, I'm going to do the intercooler. The second part, I'm going to do the intake system. So let's get started and dive into this. But of course, you can get all of these mods and so much more on my website at buckleupoffroad.com. I am going to pull off the stock intercooler and compare it side by side to the Cobb intercooler, but first I want to give you some details about this one. This intercooler fits the 2.3 and the 2.7 Broncos. They also make a Bronco Raptor compatible intercooler. This is made out of cast aluminum and TIG welded construction. The best part is it offers a 53% greater volume over stock. This also fits with the factory shutter system, so no additional cutting or modifications are needed. However, I'm looking for maximum performance, and I live in a climate where I don't necessarily need the shutter system, so I'm going to take that whole veining system off. I did that before on my Buttercup 1.0 when I was towing because I was having some issues with the IAT temperatures being pretty high. And you know, I do tow every once in a while, and I just do a lot of like performance mods, so I'm just going to take that off. This intercooler is also CARB legal in all 50 states, so that means if you order this from my website and you live in California, I don't have to cancel your order. Unfortunately, I've had to do that before. Installation of this is really easy. It's going to be a little bit different for me because I'm taking that veining system off. This isn't going to be a step-by-step installation video. Cobb's going to have all of that. This is going to kind of compare the difference between the stock and the Cobb, but let's get started. First things first, got to remove the skid plate, and here I am yet again with my hair down on a creeper. This is going to end better today, I'm telling you. You can see my skid plate is doing its job. Got some scratches on there. Dirt. Wow, this thing is so much smaller than the Cobb one, and a lot lighter than I was expecting. As promised, I have them here side by side. There is a big size difference. Now this one looks taller than the Cobb. It's not. I'm just using actually this Cobb hitch cover thing to prop this up, to keep it up. But there is a big size difference on the width, and I have the tape measure here. This one is measuring as 3 1/8 inches, and this one is a little over 4.5 inches. Big size difference. The next thing that catches my eye is this side part. You can see here, this is a plastic construction, and then the intercooler is just kind of squeezed in there, where the Cobb is completely aluminum all around. This definitely looks more rugged, and by the looks of my stock intercooler, I need more rugged. Installing the intercooler is super easy. I just need to transfer over these rubber grommets onto this, pop it back on. So I'm going to install it, but then after that, I'm going to take off the entire shutter or vane system, whatever you want to call it, off of the Bronco. And to do that, I'm going to need to take off the bumper and do some couple extra steps. You don't have to do this. This is something I'm doing to maximize the performance. Even though you probably can't tell with this video, this is top, bottom, side specific. If you look right up here, this mount is slightly closer to the front. You're going to want that to be on the top side when you go to install it. I can't wait to see what this looks like on Buttercup. She's getting a major upgrade. Let's get the bumper off. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, vane system or shutter system, it's this right here. Just blocks airflow a little bit too much for what I want to do. Here it is. Bye. All right, Everything is back installed. I love the looks of it. Removing the shutter system really brings out the look of the intercooler. Now, if you didn't do that, obviously it's not going to look much different than what it did before. Now, I am interested to see the performance gains with this. I'm not going to do any draggy hits yet. I'm going to wait till I install the air intake system, and then I'll do draggy hits just to see what both of those combined do. I'm also headed to Super Celebration, so I'm going to be on the road for hours and hours and hours, but I'm anxious to see if I'm going to get better gas mileage. I think I will see better gas mileage because when I did that to my original Bronco, I did see a slight increase, and then I did see an increase in like the performance of it. So overall, I'm really satisfied with how it looks, but only time will tell if it actually gets faster. So I will give you reviews of all of that. Now make sure you go to buckleupoffroad.com to get your intercooler. Like I said, this is compatible for the 2.3 and the 2.7s, and there's a Bronco Raptor version available. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. Be sure to stay tuned for part 2 when I install the Cobb air intake system. But until next time, buckle up, Buttercup.